Namaste children. How are you all? I hope you are fine. In the last class we discussed about the probability, its introduction, and with that knowledge we solved some of the problems from exercise number 15.1. And today we will continue the concept of solving the problems from exercise number 15.1. So from that, the ninth question it is, a box contains 5 red marbles, 8 white marbles and 4 green marbles. 4 green marbles. 1 marble is taken out of the box at random. What is the probability that the marble taken out will be a red marble, a white marble, not green? Not green in the sense the remaining all other colored marbles. So how many colored marbles are there here? 3 colored marbles are there. What are the 3 colored marbles? Red, white and green. Red, white and green. Total how many marbles are there? 5 plus 8 plus 4. It is 17 marbles are there. 17 marbles. Out of 17 marbles, 1 marble is taken out at random. If it is red marble, what is the probability? If it is white marble, what is the probability? If it is not green means other than green, that is red and white marbles. So find the probabilities of these 3 cases. So now we will write the given data. So here, so I am taking R for red, number of R for red marbles, W for white marbles and G for green marbles. So N of R means number of red marbles. N of R means is number of red marbles is equals to 5. Similarly, N of white, that is W is equals to 8. And N of green, N of G is equals to, that is number of green marbles is equals to, it is 4. So total number of marbles, that is N of S. S stands for sample space. N of S. S stands for sample space. Sample space, what is sample space? That is the list of all possible outcomes. The list of all possible outcomes of an experiment is known as sample space. So N of S is equals to 5 plus 8 plus 4, that is 17. That is 17. Now we are going to find the probabilities of first case. So here P of R, probability of red. So P of R is equals to, that is the probability of the marble taken out is a red marble, is equals to number of favorable outcomes of a red ball divided by total number of possible outcomes. So here R stands for red marble, sorry I said it is ball, marble. So number of red marbles, and this is total number of marbles, all marbles. So N of R is equals to, how much it is? 5. And N of S is equals to 17. Therefore it is 5 by 17. Next, second case it is probability of a white ball. So that W I have taken. So N of W divided by N of S, that is equals to, N of W is equals to 8. 8 by 17. 8 by 17. Next, the third one is not green. Here it is not green. So probability of not green means it is P of, what it is, not green means G naught. G naught, probability of not green. So G stands for green marbles. G naught means it is other than green. So other than green, what we have, it is red marbles is there and 8 marbles, what is white marbles are there. So probability of red marbles is 5 by 17. Probability of white marbles it is 8 by 17. We know both. By adding these two, we can get the result R. Find the probability of green marbles, then that you subtract from what? The probability it is 1. We know all these are what? Elementary events. As we have studied, sum of all the probabilities of elementary events is always 1. So like that you can do R. The other way it is what? Find number of marbles which are not green. Which are not green means red marbles and white marbles. How many are there favorable outcomes to this event? Here the event is not green. 5 plus 8 it is 13. So 13 by 17 we get. Or by adding these two, what we get? 5 by 17 plus 8 by 17 is also equals to 5 plus 8, it is 13. 13 by 17. Like that also you can do. That is 5 by 17 plus 8 by 17, which is equals to 13 by 17. Or as I told here, count the green marbles. It is 4 green marbles are there. Other than green, this is not green, means other colored marbles. How many other colored marbles are there? 5 plus 8. That is equals to here n of g naught by n of s. N of g naught is equals to 13 by 17. So you can also do in this way also this sum. Is it clear, children? Right. Next, the third question is related to a die. A die is thrown once. Find the probability of getting a prime number, a number lying between 2 and 6, an odd number. So as I told, n number of questions can be asked: prime number or composite number, or what it is, odd number, even number, less than or equal to 6, greater than 6, greater than 1, and less than 6. Like this, n number of questions can be asked here. So how to solve this? So when a die is thrown once, what is the sample space? Sample space means it is total or possible outcomes. Possible outcomes. So here S stands for sample space. So S is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like this, 6 possible outcomes we get when a die is thrown once. Now n of s is equals to, what is n of s? Number of all possible outcomes. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So n of s is equals to 6. Now what it is? A prime number. Let prime number it is, we take it as p. P stands for prime number. So how many prime numbers are there here? From 1 to 6, 2, 3, 5. Right? 2, 3 and 5. So now, so what it is? N of p is equals to number of prime numbers is equals to 3. Number of prime numbers is equals to 3. So we can find the first one. What is first one? It is a prime number. So that is p of p, probability of a prime number. Probability of a number which is a prime number is equals to n of p divided by n of s. That is equals to 3 by 6, which is equals to 3 ones are 3 twos are 1 by 2 will get. Now similarly, the second one, what it is? A number lying between 2 and 6. So what are the numbers which are lying between 2 and 6? Let that event is E. Let that event is E. So E stands for what? Numbers lying between 2 and 6. Between 2 and 6 means 2 and 6 both are excluded. So now what are the numbers which we have here? It is so between 2 and 6 means 3, 4 and 5. So n of E is equals to what it is? Number of possible favorable outcomes of event E is 3. Therefore P of E is equals to n of E by n of E divided by n of S. N of S means total number of possible outcomes, it is 6. That is equals to again 3 by 6. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. We get 1 by 2. 1 by 2. This is second one. Next it is third case. It is the numbers are odd numbers. Odd numbers. So let I am taking O as the event. So O stands for what? Odd numbers. So how many odd numbers are there? 1, 3, 5. 1 comma 3 comma 5. That is n of O stands for odd numbers. 3 are there. Therefore probability of an odd number is equals to n of O divided by n of S. That is equals to 3 by 6. 3 ones are 3 twos are. Again we get 1 by 2. What we got here is 1 by 2. If you observe the three cases, we got the same probability, that is 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. That's why we call these three events what is equally likely events or equally likely outcomes. These outcomes are known as equally likely outcomes. So like this we find. Similarly we discuss when two dice are thrown once simultaneously, what were the questions will be framed and how to solve those we'll discuss. Is it clear, children? Now we will discuss 14th problem from exercise number 15.1. One card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. As I explained, well shuffled deck of deck means it is 52 cards are there. And from that 52 cards, one card is drawn. That is, one card is removed or taken out. Find the probability of getting. We need to find the probability of getting. The card is a king of red color. A king of red color. A face card. A red face card. The jack of hearts. A spade. The queen of diamonds. The queen of diamonds. So here, as I told in the previous class, the deck of 52 cards. So 52 cards we have. From that 52 cards we have 26 and 26 are what? These are black and these are red. Black and red. Again from here, from red color we have 13 cards are there, and here we have 13 cards are there. 13 cards and 13 cards. Here 13 cards and here it is 13 cards. So red color cards are what? Diamonds, and here it is hearts. Diamonds and hearts. Here spades and clubs. Spades and clubs. So from each 13 cards, what are the cards which we have? It is the number card 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and jack, queen, king and ace. Like this we have. So 13 cards are there. 6, 8, 10, 13 cards are there. From each group. So 13 diamonds, 13 hearts, 13 spades and 13 clubs are there. Now based on this, the questions are given. The first question. A king of red color. So here red color cards, how many are there? 26 cards are the red color. From that, how many kings are there? One from diamond and one from hearts. So total how many red colored kings are there? 2 kings divided by total number of possible outcome, that is the total number of cards are, it is 52. So simplify, 2 ones are, 2 twos are, 2 sixes are. So it is 1 by 26. 1 by 26. Now B turn. A face card. I told jack, queen and king. These 3 cards are known as face cards. And 3 cards are there from diamonds, hearts, spades and clubs. Total 3 plus 3 plus 3. It is total how much it is? 12 cards are there. 12 divided by 52. 52. So 4 threes are 12. 4 threes are 12. Then 4 ones are 4. 4 threes are 12. That is 3 by 13 we got. 3 by 13 face cards. That is a face card if it is a red colored face card. How many red colored? These red colored cards here, 3 face cards are there, and here 3 face cards are there. Total 6 face cards are there. 6 by 52. That is 2 threes are, 2 twos are, 2 sixes are. It is 3 by 26. 3 by 26 we got. Next, D turn. The jack of hearts. Hearts. How many jocks are there? Only 1 jock. Therefore, it is 1 divided by 52. 52 are total cards. Next, a spade. So, how many spades are there? 13 spades are there. Therefore, it is 13 by 52. 13 by 52. 13 ones are, 13 fours are, which is equals to 1 by 4. Then F. It is the queen of diamonds. Queen of diamonds. So diamonds are there. How many queens are there in the diamonds? Only 1 queen. Therefore it is 1 by 52. So be thorough with this. Cards, their color and their names. Face cards which are not face cards. Is it clear, children? Right? Now the 16th question. Here it is. So there are 12 defective pens are accidentally mixed with 132 good ones. So 12 defective pens means damaged pens are there. Those are accidentally mixed with the good ones. Good ones how many are there? 132 good pens are there and 12 defective pens are there. It is not possible to look at a pen and tell whether or not it is a defective. It it is not possible to say that by looking into the pens whether it is good pen or whether it is a defective pen or good pen. One pen is taken out at random from this lot. Determine the probability that the pen taken out is a good one. So if that pen is a good one, means here the event is getting a good pen. How many favorable outcomes are there for good pen? That is 132. Total number of possible outcomes means total number of pens, that is good pens plus defective pens. Together it is. So we need to find the probability that the pen is a good one. The pen is a good one. So we will take good one is G. The letter G we take. G stands for number of good pens. Right here. Number of good pens. So number of good pens is equals to how much it is? 132. Then that is n of G. Here G stands for good pens 132. So n of D. D stands for defective pens. How many pens are there? 12 defective pens. N of S, that is total sample space, all possible outcomes, that is 132 plus 12, that is equals to 144. 144 pens are there in that. Few are defective and the remaining are good pens. Now what we need to find? Find the probability of the pen is a good one. So that is P of G. P of G means probability of a good pen. Probability of getting a good pen is equals to favorable outcomes of getting a good pen, that is n of G divided by total of all possible outcomes. Total all possible outcomes, that is n of S. That is equals to n of G is 132 by 144. 132 by 144. So 12 ones are 12 twos are. This is 12 ones are 12 ones are. So how much it is? 11 by 12. 11 by 12. Like this. Then what is the probability that the pen is a defective pen if it is asked? So defective pens are 12 divided by total of possible outcomes, it is 144. 12 ones are 12 ones are 144. We get 1 by 12, or subtract this good pens from 1, we get 1 minus 11 by 12 is also equals to 1 by 12. That question is not asked in the question. If it is asked like that, we need to do it. Is that clear, children? Yes? Now we will discuss the 17th question from exercise number 15.1. 2 bits are there. A lot of 20 bulbs contain 4 defective ones. So there are 20 bulbs are there. From that 20 bulbs, 4 defective ones means damaged bulbs are there. One bulb is drawn at random from the lot. What is the probability that the bulb is defective? So how many defective bulbs are there? Here it is. Defective bulbs, it is 4. You can take it as n of D. N of D means is number of defective bulbs 4, and n of S means total number of bulbs. Total number of bulbs, how many are there? 20 bulbs are there. In that 4 bulbs are damaged one, that is defective ones. Now what is the probability that this bulb is defective? That is P of D is equals to probability of a defective bulb is equals to n of D divided by n of S. That is equals to 4 by 20. 4 ones are 4 fives are 20. It is 1 by 5. 1 by 5. Now, second bit. Suppose the bulb drawn in question 1 is not defective. So, one bulb is drawn in this bit. If that bulb is not a defective bulb, means what? It is a good bulb and is not replaced. Then it is not added to that group of bulbs. So, when it is not added to the group of bulbs, then how many bulbs will be there? Here it is. One bulb is removed and it is not replaced. Therefore, the number of bulbs left over, that is n of S is equals to 19. 19. Why it is 19? Because one bulb is removed and it is kept aside. Now, one bulb is drawn at random from the rest. The rest of the bulbs, how many are rest of the bulbs means remaining bulbs. How many are there? It is 19. What is the probability that this bulb is not defective? It's not defective means it is a good bulb. So what is the probability of the bulb which is good? It is I am taking n of G. G stands for good bulb or not defective. So how many good bulbs are there? Say here one bulb is taken out from the lot, and if suppose it is not defective one means it will be a good bulb. So total good bulbs are how many are there here? This is total number of bulbs, and you take n of G, that is the total number of good bulbs is equals to 16 will be there. How many will be there? 16. So out of 20, 16 are good and 4 are damaged. So one bulb is taken out. If that bulb is not defective means it is a good bulb. Therefore, number of good bulbs are how many? It is 15. Or the number of bulbs which are not defective is 15. Which are not defective is 15. Therefore, the probability of the bulb which is not defective or the bulb which is a good one is how much? N of G divided by n of S, that is 15 divided by 19. 15 divided by 19. Like this we will find out the probability of the required event. Now a box contains 90 discs which are numbered from 1 to 90. So there a box is there, in that box some discs are there and numbers were written on those discs from 1 to 90. If one disc is drawn at random from the box, so find the probability that it bears a 2-digit number. So how many discs are there with 2-digit number? We need to find, then we can find its probability. Is a perfect square number. How many perfect squares are there from 1 to 90? We need to find, then we can find its probability. On a number divisible by 5, how many numbers are divisible by 5 from 1 to 90? Then we can find the probabilities. So here, what is the total possible outcomes? It is n of S is equals to 90. N of S is equals to 90. Now, first bit. A 2-digit number. I am taking a 2-digit number as it is a D I am taking. So n of D is equals to, n of D means it is number of 2-digit numbers. D stands for number of 2-digit numbers. So number of 2-digit numbers, how many are there from 1 to 90? 1 to 90, how many numbers are there? 90 numbers are there. And from 1 to 9 there are 1-digit numbers. So 2-digit number starts from 10. Therefore 90 minus 9 which is equals to 81. So 81 2-digit numbers are there. 81 2-digit numbers are there. Now probability of a 2-digit number. Probability of a 2-digit number is equals to n of D divided by n of S. That is equals to what? N of D is equals to 81 by 90. 9 nines are 81, 9 tens are 90. That is 9 by 10. 9 by 10. Now second one it is perfect squares. Perfect squares I am taking S. Sorry, I will take P. So number of perfect squares. So first we find out the perfect. P stands for perfect squares. What are the perfect squares which are there from 1 to 90? Is 1 is one number. 4, 9, 16, 25. After that it is 36, 49, 64 and 81. So n of P, that is number of perfect squares are, how many are there? We have 9 perfect squares are there. That is equals to 9. Now probability of the number which is a perfect square is equals to n of P by n of S. So n of P is equals to 9 and n of S is equals to, that is 90. 9 ones are 9 tens are, that is 1 by 10. Now third one, that it is a number is divisible by 5. So 1 to 90, how many multiple divisible by 5 means those numbers are nothing but multiples of 5, like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 and so on till 90. How many we get? 18 5s are 90. Therefore there we have 18 multiples are there. 18 numbers are there which are divisible by 5. So I am taking number divisible by 5. So let's third one I am taking. So numbers divisible by 5. So I am taking that is what it is, probability of a number divisible by divisible by 5 is equals to how many are there? 18 by 90. 18 ones are 18 fives are. That is equals to 1 by 5 is the probability of that number which is divisible by 5. Like this, you will find the probabilities of the events which are given in the questions. Is it clear, children? Right? Now we will discuss 24th question from this exercise number 15.1. A die is thrown twice. 2 times is nothing but throwing 2 dice simultaneously. We will read here for this problem. It is given hint. What is the probability that 5 will not come up either time? 5 will come up at least once. At least once. You see here. Will not come up either time means 5 should not be there. 5 should not be there. 5 will come up at least once means at least for one time the number 5 should be there. By adding these two, what we get, the total possible outcomes only will get it. Now we will write what are the total possible outcomes when 2 dice were thrown. When 2 dice were thrown, what are the possible outcomes? 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5, 1 comma 6, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 5, 2 comma 6, 2 comma 6, then 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 3 comma 4, 3 comma 5, 3 comma 6, 3 comma 6 with 4 means, what does it mean? 1 comma 1 means first die is 1, second die is also 1. First die is 1, second die is 2. First die is 1, second die is 3. First die is 1, second die is 4. Like this. Again here, first die is 2, second die is 1. These two are different. This is first die is 1, second die is 2. Here first die is 2, second die is 1. Like we will have different meanings. With 4, 4 comma 1, 4 comma 2, 4 comma 3, 4 comma 4, 4 comma 5 and 4 comma 6. Similarly 5 comma 1, 5 comma 2, 5 comma 3, 5 comma 4, 5 comma 5 and 5 comma 6. Then 6 comma 1, 6 comma 2, 6 comma 3, 6 comma 4, 6 comma 5 and 6 comma 6. So total, now what is the total number of outcomes we got? It is n of s is equals to, we have 36 are there. So now the first bit, what is the first bit here? It is find the probability that 5 will not come up either time. We identify for which outcomes 5 is not there. You see here, first you locate there which is having 5 locator. So this is there here, it is having 5, 1 comma 5, 5 is there, 2 comma 5, we have 1 is there, 3 comma 5 is there, 3 are there, then 4 comma 5 we have 1 outcome is there, 5 comma 1, 5 comma 2, 5 comma 3, 5 comma 4, 5 comma 6, 5 comma 5 and 5 comma 6, 6 comma 5. So these observations or these outcomes, they have 5 is there either at least once or two numbers also 5 is there here. So how many are there? How many outcomes are containing 5 is one number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 outcomes are there for which at least 5 is there. At least 5 will be there once. Our question first week, 5 will not come up either time. 5 will not come up either time means there is no 5 either in the first die or in the second die. So the remaining leftover outcomes will support the first bit, that is 5 will not come up either time. How many are there? Total 36 that is 36 minus 11 is equals to 25. 25 outcomes is not having 5 at that time. Therefore, the probability of the first bit one it is P of E is equals to n of E divided by n of S, that is equals to 25 by 36. 25 by 36. Now second bit it is already we got the answer. So 5 will come up at least once. How many we got? 5 will come up at least once. We have 11 are there. Rounded all these I have circled. Those outcomes will represent 5 will come up at least once. Therefore, the probability of F is equals to, F stands for 5 will come up at least once. That is equals to 11 by 36. 11 by 36. Is it clear, children? Yes? So like this we will find when 2 dice are thrown simultaneously or 1 die is thrown twice. Is treated as 2 dice thrown simultaneously. I hope you understand today's concept. And now the homework part is exercise number 15.1. Exercise 15.1. Question number 10, 11, 12, 15, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and 25. Please complete this given homework. I hope you understand and thank you very much.